Yeah.
All right, so then you that's 6 different reasons to learn the word to love no. So if you have an attitude toward rejection, this would be your third attunement of higher mind attitude towards such the word. So make it ABC, and then put it like this so you can subliminally, consciously download it into your brain. And A would be, I never see failure as failure, but only as the opportunity to develop my sense of humor. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so now you know how to change your direction if someone tells you no. Because if someone tells you no as the negative feedback, you're just like, okay, now I know how to change my direction. If someone tells you no, you don't see failure and non-success. You see instructions for reaching a new goal or reaching your original goal. No is not negative, because when it becomes negative, all that is feedback to change course. You can't think of it like that. Look at, if the dude's standing there with a cone saying point left, and you have to take a left up in the hills, who's to say that there wasn't a landslide, and if you would have kept going straight, you would have went right off a cliff? Just because someone tells you no, you may not see around the corner, and if someone has a bad day, you go all the way around it anyway, because it's a learning experience. So if gym number 1 is a shitty casino engineer contractor, well, gym number 2 is going to be cool, because you know gym number 1's crew, you know all the workers there, you know gym number 1's boss, you know the way that it runs, you know how to provide the best service, the best quality, 5-star crunches. You've already been told no before. You know how to learn from your experiences. You know how to change your directions. If someone tells you no, you don't see failure and non-success. You see instructions for reaching new goals. So are you ready for B? Because A, on the third higher mind attitude toward rejection, is you never see failure as failure, but only as the opportunity to develop a higher sense of humor. Isn't that a fun one? That's why I say it gets fun. It gets fun, doesn't it? What were you doing till Monday? Just eating hot dogs all week? We were trying to tint these windows. We could have saved you 30% on your cooling costs till you got back to work. I mean, that's a bad example, but I mean, that was just off the top of my head. You know what I mean? Like casino engineers and the engineers inside, you know, hotels, you know, they have capital gain money. They have to spend so much money on their building to keep it running, to keep their pools up, to keep their windows nice, to keep their ACs running, right? So are you ready for B? Click here to listen to more.
Click.
See you Darren Bag. Darren Bag, 1172. I'm so happy he's here, dude. He's going to love to hear what I'm about to tell my crew right now. This is how I train people, Darren Bag. Joining the introduction. So here, look, B is I never... So are we on the third or the second? We're on the third, right?
Yeah, B.
So this is like, okay, so your higher mind angels jumped down into your mind and told you three times now rejection of the word no. And so I've given you 6 different ways to look at it. So here's another 3. This is going to be 9 different ways toward rejection to learn to love the word no. So A, you got as a sense of humor. B is I never see failure and non-success. I see the opportunity to develop my sense of humor. So just a couple words, change it around. So it's just an opportunity to develop your sense of humor. That's what you understand. So if you understand that, B means you understand it. Now you understand it. B is I never see failure and non-success. I see the opportunity to develop my sense of humor. Because you understood that it's an opportunity. So now you understand that every time someone tells you no, it's just an opportunity to develop your sense of humor. Now if you can overstand that, here's C. You ready for C?
A and B were the same.
Yes, correct. So A is the opportunity to develop your sense of humor, right? It's only an opportunity. B means you always see the opportunity, right? A is kind of like, okay, I understand it. Now you apply it to your life. B means you're applying it to your life. So now you see, every time someone tells you no, you're going to see the opportunity in developing your sense of humor because we trained. And you know this now. Right? Right?
Right.
If I'm wrong, tell me.
No, you're right.
Okay, then C should be this. I'm always quick to see the humor in my non-successes. Tell me that's not ace, that's mastery. That's self-mastery. You can laugh at yourself, you can change the situation. Did you get C? See how you put all this together? A is understanding it, B is understanding it, C is applying it and overstanding it. Do you understand those words, right? Understand is to stand under the control, to be a slave. Understand it is to apply it to your life. Overstanding it means you are applying it. So if you are applying it, then anytime someone says no to you, then you're going to find humor in your non-successes. You're going to find humor in it. You know, if you're stuck on A and you're like, damn, I guess I see it as an opportunity to be funny. You haven't applied it to your life yet. So B is to apply it to your life. See the opportunity and to develop that sense of humor. See it. And when you see it, you can go to C in that attunement. With your higher mind, you can be like, all right, I'm in a higher mind context or syntax or overstanding. I overstand it. You've understood it. Now you've applied it. So now you understand it. When you apply it to your life, you can overstand it. So you're always quick to see the humor in my non-successes. So are you ready for the fourth higher mind attitude toward rejection?
Yes.
Or do you have questions about the third? So the third's about humor. The second is about seeing instructions in new directions. If someone tells you no, okay, you got a new set of direction. You got a new set of instructions. It's course correcting data. You know what I mean? You could be an introvert. Like, it's not a problem. Like, look, what were we making fun of earlier? Being a government prototype. I'm an antisocial type. You're a government prototype. And that's all that it means. Like, people don't know themselves, and then they think from fear of failure. You know what I mean? You can't undersell the client. The client's not going to want to fuck with you. If he's asking for your respect and learning in that experience, you can't just be like, oh, I'll give you the best deal every time. You got to start at the top and show them. You might have someone that not only do they want the best, but they'll pay for the best. They'll pay more than what's due for the best. That's how they can show their respects and appreciation for your good attitude toward rejection. Do you get what I'm saying? You never know what's on the backside. That's why you want to supply. That's why you want to be about giver's gain. I give to you, I help you, help me, help you, help us, help me, help everyone. You start getting into a position where you have so much help, you can keep helping other people because other people are helping you at such an extent. Because every time you have rejection, like in the first attitude, it's a learning experience. So you see, in non-success, it's a learning experience. In the second attitude, it's course-correcting data. Helps you reach your goals. In the third attitude, you know, when someone tells you no, it's an opportunity to develop your sense of humor. You know what I mean? And then how they respond is going to tell you tons. Maybe it's someone that you don't even want to fuck with. Government prototype. I'm an antisocial type. You're a government prototype. Go back to watching TV. Telling you visions of lies. We live freely. We don't want to live in that matrix. There's ways to create residual income. There's ways to make your debt make money for you. You invest your sales money and your profits into products and assets and services that are going to keep supplying back into your favor and the positive. And this is how you would do it. You can't be afraid of rejection. Go out there. I urge anybody and everybody to go out there and have the mindset of making millions of dollars. You have to understand there's enough money in circulation, enough technology, enough asset. If you're listening to that bullshit on television, it's just nothing but security. You know what I mean? No problem, Darren. I see you. You're missing the fifth attitude. Maybe you can come watch some video later. This is just going to get lost in the ether. I just train people and let it roll. What are we on? Fourth, higher mind attitude toward rejection?
Yes.
Alright, so A, I never see failure as failure, but only as the opportunity to practice my techniques and perfect my performance.
Overtime.
I never see failure as failure, but only as an opportunity to practice my techniques. Techniques, that's the word, techniques right here. And perfect my performance. You never knew that before. No one ever knew that before. Hush KR Gal, she never knew that before. Gigi, you never knew that before, right? So let's apply that. Do this, let's all do this together. Darren, if you're still here, do this with us together on this live video, right? So that means to understand it. It's okay if you didn't know it, but look, if you see failure as an opportunity to practice your techniques and perfect your performance, Letter B is to apply it to your life. And the way that you apply it to your life is to apply that language differently. That's it. You just change the way you think about it and talk about it by saying this. B is, I never see failure in non-success. I see opportunity to practice my techniques and perfect my performance. So A is understanding it. B is now you're understanding it. Now every time you see a failure, you're like, shit, let me practice my techniques. Let me practice. Let me send this guy a thank you card. And let me see if I say, hey, Hush Gal, I'm so happy that you're in here listening to my live video. I really appreciate you. I genuinely thank you. I thank you for letting me train you. I thank you for allowing me to exist. I thank you, Collectively Unstable, for every post you ever fucking post. I appreciate you guys. If that don't make you feel good, you might be needing to rechange the way you think. You know what I mean? It should make you feel good. You make me feel good, and I would return the favor. I appreciate you. Okay? But the whole point is you want to perfect that performance. A thank you card, right? An introduction. You know what I mean? A phone call. If someone tells you no, well, who knows, all right? They're not back up till work till Monday, and that's the guy that's going to give you the okay. Well, why don't you at least tell that guy's crew of your value? You know, Gigi and Hush Gal, you know, collectively Unstable's value of spreading truth on Instagram is hard as fuck. You should go look at Wake Masses, which is me. So instead of just boasting about me, I could talk about my friends first too. I can supply data and then supply myself data. And I can practice that technique. And I can perfect it. And then I hope everyone looks up wakemasses.com and flatearth.com. Right? And looks up Collectively Unstable. So C is, I value the opportunity to practice my techniques and perfect my performance that every non-success gives me. Right? So you of course you grow through it. Right? Absolutely. Family, it runs deep. Spirit tribe. How about that? We don't even need to say brother, sister, mother, father, but that's what you should say. Off subject here. Father is what the proper language is. Sons and daughters is what the proper language is. Children means surrender your chi energy. That language, syntax, language code. That's why you have all this fear of rejection. The language, the code. This is why I'm telling you ABC. So A is, again, the opportunity to practice the techniques. Now you understand it, so you apply it to your life. Now every time someone tells you no, you have the opportunity to practice techniques. And C would be, every time someone tells you no, now you look forward to practicing techniques. Every time non-success gives you a chance. All right? So let me give you guys one more before you all go. One more. Ready? ABC. Right? Fifth higher mind attitude toward rejection. Just write it down. For real. A means understanding it, because y'all don't know it. I'm about to tell you it right now. You don't know it, I have to tell you it. You might know it, and if you guys know it, then B would mean you understand it. That means you know it. Now, if you know it, then C would mean that you apply it to your life and make it happen every time. Right? So A, B, C. A means understand, right? B means understand, right? C means overstand. Okay? So your fifth higher mind attunement toward rejection. If you're freaking out by the fifth rejection, if you don't see it as a learning experience, if you don't see it as a course correcting data, if you don't see the words no as humoring in your successes of humor, if someone tells you no and you don't know how to practice techniques and perfect your performance, you got to change their way of thinking, you see? And this is a guideline of doing so, just backwards. So I'm teaching you backwards. It can apply to anything. You could be $1 billion salesman with this information, yeah? You could write this into a novel and make this a fucking #1 selling book. But if I'm at a fifth attitude higher mind attunement, that means your chakra's fucked up. That means you're nervous, you're freaking out, you're not thinking things through, you're not preparing, you're not setting up, you're not trying to entice, you're not trying to bring value, you're not raising an eager to want, okay? You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You need to type up agreements and you need to use words suited for your frequency. You need to attach that. You need to attach it. You need to have sincerity and enthusiasm and gratefulness in your voice. You need to be confident and thankful. Don't say, the fifth attitude, higher mind toward rejection attunement. That doesn't sound right. Don't say, I'm not confused here. Right? If you're confused, you need to go back to the drawing board. One-to-ones, emails, phone calls, bids, flyers, quotes, recalls. I don't know what your situation is. Find out where the problem lays in a relationship. Read some astrology, some zodiac. Bounce that shit around. Anthropology, human behavior. Read the symbology. Letters are only bullshit. There's no ledgers in our language. The symbols are the truth. So the feelings are the truth. The symbols of the feelings. When the feeling you get when somebody thanks you for doing something genuine for them, and in return, they'll do anything for you in return. So look, A is this. A for that fifth one. Are you ready for it? Click here for more.
Yeah.
Click here for more. Higher mind data. This is Akashic Records. This just comes out of my mind, okay? Now, I want to teach this to people so they can apply it to their life. And I'm not doing those scam you for free, make millions of dollars. You want to donate on the websites to kick ass, okay? Other than that, I'm trying to help you unlock billions of dollars. Then we can help each other. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And look, if the donations come through on our pages, why collectively unstable should hit me up so you can admin these pages, because I'm blocked on Facebook 60 days deep. They need to keep going. And if we get donations in on it, we'll post them on ads just to share the data with more people. Not pocket the money. Wake the fuck up. Look at our YouTube. I got fucking 44 accounts. I'm not trying to hustle people. I'm trying to wake as many people as I can by every means I can, in every way I can. So if I could teach you the skill that I'm teaching you now, and I say, hey, do you want to help me do sales? I damn well know that if you come help me do sales, whether it's raising truth or helping people get a quality product or doing a quality service, you're not going to be afraid of the word no. Because in your fifth attunement, for 15 different ways to attune yourself for the rejection of the word no. A would be this. I never see failure as failure, but only as the game I must play to win. Isn't all earth a stage? Isn't a court the stage? Isn't a sale a stage? Isn't getting a hold of someone just a stage? Isn't it introduction? Isn't a one-to-one just selling yourself? Isn't it all about who you know in business because it's a fucking blood cult? Come on. This is a widespread. These attunements can literally hit on any subject. Relationship, business, casual, every single day. Vacuuming your room, dude. You don't see failure as failure. It's a game that you must play to win. If you didn't clean your fucking tools up, you fucked up. Go organize your whole toolbox now. How about that? Don't just pick your tools up. Go organize your whole goddamn toolbox now. Because you now understand what Kirby just told you. A, to understand. A, B, C. A is to understand. So understand, you don't see failure as failure, but only as the game you must play to win. B, since now you understand it, is this. I never see failure in non-success. So now every time you hear the word no, you never see failure in the word no. You never see failure in the word non-success. You say, I see part of the game that I must play to win. You see how that changes from A to B? A means you never knew what it meant before. B means now you know what it means, and you see no as a part of the game that you must play to win. And you write it down like this, you learn it like this, you listen to me speak it to you like this, because it subliminally connects to your dome. You're going to know this stuff whether you want to know it or not if you're listening to my voice. You have to listen. You have to apply it. The more senses that you apply, the further you will get. So if you know by now that C means to overstand, you should know what C is, right? You should always see non-success as a necessary part of the game you're playing to win. ABC. 1, 2, 3. Your mind is attuned. So, at first you got to play to win. You got to apply that. Now every time someone tells you no, you see it as a game. You have to apply it. You got to learn about your birth certificate being a warehouse receipt. Birth means registration to slavery. Registrar. Born, it's my born day on November 5th. Not my birthday. Birth means I'm registered as a state-owned vessel under the Department of Transportation, i.e. a slave. That's why when your parents not mother and fathers. They're government infants. They're incompetent. Sign your birth contract agreement, BERTH. They're just signing you as a property, as a commodity traded on the market, hence the Treasury of the United States and your Social Security account number, which has been eradicated and stolen from you, fraudulently taken from you. Coercion, under threat coercion and distress. They don't teach you ledgers. If anyone doesn't know what the word ledgers is, look it up, because that's placing liens and debts on offsetting damages and debts and penalties and such. And without getting too far off course of our attunement, you are the beneficiary of the accounts being administered in any criminal or family law or any sort of natural law court case, any sort of law case. You know, natural law is thou shalt not kill, and you have access to living a free human being and doing what you want, but if you break God's natural law, you have to pay the consequences. And that doesn't mean just going to prison and losing everything you have or having your kids taken away from you. Learn natural law, my friends. And a good way of doing that is learn to love the word no. You'll experience your first attitude when someone tells you no is to see it as a learning experience. Your second attitude toward rejection should be to find it a course-correcting data situation. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. When somebody wants to tell me I'm a fucking retard because I say flat Earth, I change the words on them. I say geocentric dimension. I say geocentric. What do you think the G stands for? Gravity or geocentric dimension? Geocentric Earth. What do you think the G stands for? Right? So you change your wording. You change your wording. Oh, science is the answer? All right, so we're spinning 1,666 miles an hour around the sun, 6,666 miles an hour. Around a Milky Way black hole, 66,666 miles an hour. Come on, dude. When are you going to wake up? That's false. We're not fucking spinning, okay? So look, my point is, I want to wit off a little bit. Let me jump back on it. Your first attunement, higher mind, should be seeing it all as a learning experience when someone tells you no. So someone makes fun of me about being a globehead or a flat earther, I can make fun of them about being a globehead. Or being used to be a globehead. Even flat earthers can make fun of other flat earthers and geocentric believers. We were all lied to. We were all taught to fear no from birth, to get a spanking, to get reprimanded, right? We were never taught how to think and taught to be like, yo, no might mean you're falling off a cliff. Maybe you should do your own research. No might mean you shouldn't listen to anyone and develop your own observation and perception of things and understand the difference between an idea and a truth, knowing that a truth can be used and understood anywhere. You know what I mean? Truth, you can find water flat and level anywhere across Earth. That's a truth. It's not a theory. So your third attunement is seeing the opportunity and developing your higher sense of humor. I'm not a monkey spinning on a ball, dude. If you want to believe that, let it roll. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? That's an extreme. Flat Earth, you know? I also talk shit. You got blackheads? You like to put on makeup and hide your blackheads? It's desiccated blood cell particles from chemical trails. Go look at my top post on Kirby and Wake Masses and Monk Orgonite and Monk Xylea. It's all chemical trails everywhere. Everyone's got dementia, and I can prove that to you. If you didn't write this stuff down, this is why I always tell you all to write down. Look, I memorized this stuff. This stuff comes right from my higher mind. I used to write the shit down, okay? When I say have sincerity, enthusiasm, and gratefulness in your voice and be confident and thankful, that shit's written down. Everything else is right off the top of my head. So, like, I can bounce off it. I write down the things that are the most meaningful. Because the power is already within. It's pure energy. It's your nervous system. It's your neurological system. That was written down. Right? But I remember that. And I write down things that are going to benefit you into that attainment. So your fourth higher mind of rejection is, you got techniques to practice now, yo. Let's see if people want to keep believing they're monkey spinning on a ball after they talk to me for a couple days. Took you 12 years to learn this bullshit. Give me an hour to unbreak you from this trash. And teach you real physics, and teach you truth. You know, teach you reality. If I tell you what I believe, be of all lies, you won't even know how to comprehend my mind. You'll shut down. Believe is to be of all lies. You either know or you don't know. So if someone rejects you, there's an opportunity to find humor. And maybe you'll find out that you were wrong to begin with. But I'm pretty confident we're not on monkeys spinning on a cartoon ball of water, CGI imagery from NASA, meaning the shah to lie and to deceive. And the court systems run on piracy. Captured Jolly Roger flag. Check it out. Call me a conspiracy. I can teach you the language code of language. Con means to swindle and lie and maneuver. Piracy means to rape, pillage, and destroy lands. I don't rape people. I don't slave people. I don't rape lands, okay? I'm not a piracy. I don't con you. I'm not swindling you. I'm not lying to you. This shit is more real than you will ever get from anybody. This shit is truth. So every time someone gives you that no and rejects you, you should have techniques in perfecting your performance like I am right now off the top, right here on Instagram Live. And with Michelle on a training technique for rockers and rollers. I can help businesses expand. I can help people's mind expand. I can help people with their belief system, the structure that they should just let go of, so that they can see truth and listen to their senses, think with their heart. That's what this attunement is. If you're thinking with your heart, then you'll see it as a game that you're playing to win. It's nothing but a game that you can have fun doing. So that's how you run this. You can't look. You never see failure as failure, but only as a learning experience. And I know it's easier said than done, but I just gave you 5 different ways to break it down. Yeah, I'm a Scorpio and I ascend to Gemini. And I teach people with this power. I'm a machine. I don't stop going. This is nothing. We're going to bounce off of here, do another podcast, read another book, do another training, hire another 4 people. Then we set it up to brainstorm. Then we set it up to work like clockwork. Then we set up our garage to do arts and crafts and build Organite and do art. Then we help people do online e-commerce stores. We teach people how to be their own business because Amazon and Walmart are taking it all. You know what I mean? Develop a skill. Develop a trade. Develop a service. Develop a product that people can use, that you can help people with. And you can bounce back and forth with. And master the art of selling your success. Sell your success. Sell yourself. I never see failure as failure, but only as a negative feedback. I need to change my direction. You already know what's up. You never see failure as failure, but only as the opportunity to develop your sense of humor. You never see failure as a failure, but only as the opportunity to practice techniques and perfect your performance. You never see failure as failure, but only as the game you must play to win. It's the creed of a champion. You know, you have to understand, I'm not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. That's how you can, look, you want to deal with me, you can come see how much I succeed. If you want to talk about my failures, then you're not looking in the right direction, because the failures are what allowed me to get into the success. So the number of times I succeed in a direction proportion of the number of times I fail, I don't stop trying. Trying's not my fucking word, remember? I keep doing. I do. I succeed in a direction proportion to the number of times I can fail, and I keep on doing. It's not about trying. You either do it, or you don't do it. If you write that shit down, you could be, yeah, cancer, you should be eating this shit up. Cancer should be all up in my shit, eating this shit up. Cancer signs are my perfect match. Cancers, Tauruses, Capricorn, any rock sign, any water sign in this chat right now, any sign with structure, maybe not fire signs so much. Air sign might be like, who gives a fuck about this shit? I get it. It's not for everyone. There's different levels to this shit. If I'm teaching an air sign, I would have bounced through that so fast. I'd been like 1, step 5, no, if I was a fire sign, if it was a Sagittarius that I was teaching this to, or an Aries that I was teaching this to, or a Cancer, or an Aries, a Cancer, or a Leo, I would go from step 1 to step 7, back to step 6, back to step 5. If it's a Taurus, or if it's a Capricorn, or if it's a Virgo, I'm teaching them in steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. If it's a water sign, I say the word fuck when I want you to explain this shit, because I'm so deeply emotionally invested in this shit. Not only do I know that it works, but I apply it to my own life. I represent myself in course. I am my own father. I teach crews. I run businesses. I'm even better running more businesses. I'll make the $1 million sale, or I'll sweep the garage out. I don't give a damn. I just want to do some artwork. I just want to help these cancers wake the fuck up. I want to show the Cancer the direction that they can go, because they're cardinal. So when they make a decision, they make a decision to success. Because Cancers are cardinal signs, they're going to make a decision and roll with it. They're good, they're go-getters, they're doers. That means they're most likely going to succeed because they do and they go. But sometimes if they don't have my knowledge and my fucking source and my fucking sources and my secrets, they might fall flat on their face. So if a Cancer can take all my secrets, they have all the steps of getting to where I need to go. The Cancer can teach me where to start as a Scorpio. And as a Scorpio with all the answers, the Cancer can take me to get all of my steps. It's really simple. It's prospecting. It's learning and prospecting who you are, what they are, and connecting like that. Anyways, we'll have some more trainings. We'll have some more live videos that I can put out into the ether. hopefully you guys just, share this video with your family and friends and loved ones about how not to worry about the word no and how to change it into your life so that you can help people, so that they can help you, so that you can make them look good, so that you can connect to their network, so that they can connect to your network, so no one's going over anyone's head because everyone's head is level. Provide a service. Provide your time like this. I'm providing my time. I see this as more expensive than anything. You can't, for this 10-minute live video, you can't pay me $1 billion. It ain't enough. You ain't, first sale, you got $1 billion, not enough. Next. Anybody got more? Anybody got a higher offer? This shit is gold, okay? So, master that art. Share this video, okay, my friends? Much love.